So I want to tell you about a self-defense encounter I had. It was pretty serious. It was out in the middle of nowhere. I had just gotten this rural property to develop, and it was just me by myself. And at 3 a.m. one night, two meth heads pull up onto the property and start burglarizing my car. Now, I didn't want to fight, so I just yelled at them, figured they would leave. And they did leave when I yelled at them at first. But then 30 minutes later, they came back. And that's when I realized how serious the situation was. Because this time, they weren't coming up to the car, they were coming up to me personally. Two of them coming up to me, 3:30 a.m., middle of nowhere. And their intent was clear, because the one guy had this giant chef's knife, like a big ol' kitchen knife, stainless steel, I'll never forget it. It glistened in the moonlight. This was a pretty well-lit night, no clouds, nearly full moon. So I reached for my firearm, my pistol specifically. Didn't really have a choice, because they were coming to kill me. There's two of them, armed, and just me by myself. And so quite literally, my firearm saved my life that night. And the outcome, for what it was favorable. I lived, they lived. Not that I really care all that much if they live or not, but the point is, both sides of the conflict lived that night. But I gave them a good scare, and they left me alone thereafter. And that's one of the reasons I take self-defense very seriously, not just firearms, but also pepper spray, knives, practical things like making sure your doors and windows are really well secured and reinforced, that kind of thing. Traveling in pairs, that's something I do now. My fiance and I, we tend to go places together just to be safe. And I think that if you know more about criminal psychology, you can better combat these people. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of these criminals just have no ethics whatsoever, and they'll kill you for just the $20 in your wallet so that they can trade it for more meth. That's what these guys were going to do. And so you got to take self-defense serious. And the firearms community, sometimes you read things like on the forums, say like 99% of us will never need to use our firearm defensively. And I don't think that's true at all. Because if you look at the crime statistics, there's about a 3% chance that you'll be the victim of a violent crime per year. 3% per year. That's nothing to scoff at all. So on average, the average American in 30 years will be victim of one violent crime. And so I think you need to take self-defense very seriously. And I know I do. And I just wanted to share that story with you guys as a data point so that you can, better your plans. Whether it's something small like having a pocket knife or pepper spray, or something more serious like having a firearm or, that kind of thing. The point is, self-defense is no joke. The gear is a lot of fun, sure. It's a great hobby to have fun with, but, you need to be ready if criminals attack. And luckily I was, just barely. Honestly, I think I could have done better, but I was happy with the outcome. And psychology is a big part of it. So I like to look the part, and I like to show these criminals no fear, because they will show you no mercy. So hopefully this helps you better prepare.